Okay. Yesterday we concluded with talking about somebody who has a family and how Bitachon works with that. And towards the end of it, we were saying that a person needs to provide for their family, but a person shouldn't provide for their family with an ulterior motive, meaning that they shouldn't supply with them, give them support them financially or emotionally, but in order for them to seek kavod out of that or seek some kind of other favor in return. And this is very similar to what we spoke about a few chapters ago about when it comes to riches for the sake of honor, wealth for the sake of honor. And the same thing over there, we see that a person who seeks honor, not necessarily he won't get it. He won't get it for the right reason. So the same thing over here with the father that is supporting his family, that if he's doing it with an ulterior motive, then yes, maybe they'll smile to him, maybe they'll sing his praises, but emotionally they won't really feel that way. So when we go a little deeper into that, and the Rav Av emphasizes the importance of having the right intentions when you're supporting your family. Because if one's intention of meeting his family's requests is for ulterior motive, like ones we mentioned yesterday, he will not attain his desire to get this so-called kavod, and he definitely won't have anything left when it comes to Olam Haba. Just like what we spoke about wealth for the sake of honor, when somebody is doing it just for the sake of becoming, everyone should like him, or not really should like him, everyone should just respect him, and it's kind of like a stronghold on that. It's the same thing over here when it comes to the husband who's supporting his family. Conversely, if he carries out this matter for providing for his family purely for the service of Hashem, so if he's doing it for the right intentions, his family will want to reciprocate, and Hashem will help them repay him in this world. Meaning that if he's doing it for the right reasons, he will get that honor that he deserves. He will get that respect. They will look up to him as the matriarch of the family, as the father, as the king of the household, and they will respect him for that. And Hashem will place praise in the family's mouths and elevate his stature in their eyes. They're going to look at him with love, with appreciation, with respect. Something that you would look at somebody who you idolize. And that's what Hashem was going to do for him. And ultimately he will attain this true great reward in the world to come. We see by also, the Rav Av says, Hashem said to Shlomo HaMelech, "V'gam asher lo sha'altu nesati lach, gam oisher v'gam kavod." Furthermore, even if that which you did not request, I have granted you even riches and honor all your days. What does it mean over there? He talks about a story about Shlomo HaMelech. Hashem, beginning of Shlomo HaMelech's reign, Hashem appeared to Shlomo, and he said, "Tell me what I should give you." And instead of asking for honor and riches, Shlomo HaMelech said he requested an understanding heart to be able to wisely lead Hashem's people. That's what he asked for. He wanted to understand so he can do his job of being the Melech of the Yidden at that time, and that's what he asked of Hashem. And Hashem answered him, "Since you have requested this thing, something very simple, or at least it's not something tangible, I have given you a wise and understanding heart." So he gave him exactly what he wanted. "Furthermore, even that which you did not request, I have granted you, even riches and honor." So we see that when a person is doing the avodas Hashem, and when he's not looking for that honor, he's not looking for all that, then Hashem is going to give it to him anyway. If he deserves it, Hashem is going to give him all that honor. So the Rav Av over here in the Cliff Notes wants to talk a bit about serving Hashem by providing for one's family. A little bit of what he's bringing out over there. Rav Av puts a great emphasis that you have the proper attitude when you're providing for your family. And the reason is like this. The task for fulfilling Hashem's mitzvah to take care of family is upon the husband. Now, you do your hishtadlus, you bring home, you provide, and here's the part where you have a job when you get home after a long day's work, is to smile, to encourage, to be loving. That when you give with an open heart and without any intentions of getting anything in return. And this is exactly what Hashem meant. That when you provide for your family, that you give it with that love, that is exactly what Hashem meant when you provide for your family. If you provide for your family in a way where it's not bekavadig, that you're demanding of them, and then you have a stronghold on them just because you're the person supporting them, remember something. You're not supporting your wife and your children. Hashem is supporting the wife and your children. You are also that shaliach. The same way when someone goes to someone else for help, that person is just a shliach. That person would have gotten that help regardless of that person, whether that guy did it or not. It's the same thing with your wife and children. Don't think for 1 second that your family's welfare is in your hands. It's not. You have a responsibility to provide, and provide lovingly and openly with the full heart and as much as you can. And when you do it that way, when you do it the way Hashem intended you to do it, that's when Hishtadlus and all that work that you did becomes a big mitzvah. And that's when you earn the right to get that kavod and that respect and everything in your family. Because you did it the right way. You didn't do it in a way that you're a dictator. Dictators are not loved. Dictators are only feared. And we all know that you can't lead by fear. You have to lead by love. Leading by love is what keeps people around. Leading by fear, they'll leave you. That's what happens eventually. So the Rav Av mentions to be super careful about that. To be very understanding that you are not the person in charge like the way you think you are for your wife and your kids. Hashem is. Just like He is in charge of each one of us to make sure that we get what we need, they will also get what they need. You are the provider in charge right now. And if you do your job right, you will get a lot of reward for that. I'm going to keep it short today because tomorrow we're getting into Bitachon and dealing with friends. It's a whole longer subject and I don't want to start it halfway. So I'm just going to keep it a little short today. I do appreciate it. Duvidal, we have today's shir is B'schus Refuah Shalema. What's the name?
Shalom ben Sarah Rachel, Nishmas, and the Nishmas of their friend Nachman and Saul Yaakov.
Right, and also Refuah Shalema, Rechama Rivka, Bas Rachel, Shahav Refuah Shalema Bekarov.